Bosses. Welcome to another live edition of the Wealthy Boss Show. With the advent of technology, it has become increasingly prevalent in our society for our minds to be going a million miles a second. I definitely know this is true for me. And I know it's particularly true for those of us who are entrepreneurs who are, one, on their computers all day long, and two, now having to be on them even more because a lot of us market our businesses online, that there's just always too much going in and out of our heads. And we're growing, our technology is growing at a pace that's faster than our mental aptitude can really take on. So with that, I think the mainstream, the process of making meditation mainstream has really started to come to the forefront, and I couldn't be happier. I think we as a society need it, and we as entrepreneurs need it even more. Now, the trouble with this is when you're used to going all day long and your mind is, just racing. I mean, you're thinking about your business ideas in the shower, and you're troubleshooting sales funnel techniques when you're, making dinner. It makes it all the more difficult to turn off these thoughts and turn into meditation. So while we know that we need meditation, oftentimes it's that very need that actually prevents us from doing it in the first place. So a lot of times I'll hear people say, "Oh, I can't meditate. My mind just doesn't work that way. My mind, my mind can't stay still." Well, those are the people who need to meditate the most. Meditation isn't something you do because you're good at it. You do it because it will improve your inner being, okay? So I often advocate for people who are just starting out in meditation and have a really busy mind and really feel a little bit mystified, or just that they're not feeling very good, very confident about their ability to do it. I often will suggest guided meditation, but today I'm going to teach just another meditation technique that I've used. And I say this not as a meditation expert, but as someone who is trying to collect all these tools in her toolkit to be as happy and healthy and whole as I can be while struggling the demands of working a full-time job, running a business, having a household, what we all go through, right? So this technique is just another alternative, and it's something that's so simple. You'll know that you're being successful with it. You can't mess it up, and you can do it, I would say, almost anywhere that someone is not actively talking to you, or you have to participate and respond. So it's another benefit. You don't have to close your eyes. So with this being, you're just knowing that you can do it. First of all, that's the biggest thing, is knowing that you can do it. But here's the technique. I call it the 5 senses focus. And it simply is as simple as it sounds. You're focusing on each of your senses one at a time. It doesn't even have to be all 5 of them. You can pick 2. But what you do is you find yourself, whether it's in a quiet place or not, just as long as you're not having to participate or answer questions or anything like that. You want to focus on one sense at a time and really see what you can observe. So say, for example, you're going to pick the sense of hearing first, of sound. You're not going to pay any attention, and this might be where it is beneficial to close your eyes. You're only going to focus on the things you hear. You're going to start to pay attention to those things that when you're going a million miles an hour and have all of your senses all of the time coming at you, then focusing in on that sense of sound, you're actually going to pick up some things that you wouldn't have otherwise noticed. So I often, when I do this, it's typically in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee. So I might, small things. I might notice, traffic out in the distance. I might notice the hum of the air conditioner, or maybe the coffee pot is making some pops and as it's settling in and brewing. So focusing on one sense at a time allows you to key in to those things that you would otherwise miss, those things that we just put in the out of our consciousness when we are, like I said, juggling a million things a minute. So that's something that you can do. It's very simple. It's structured enough so that you're not just sitting there trying not to think, which is what a lot of people think meditation is, and that's why they get frustrated. So it gives you enough of a task that you can feel like you know what to do, like you know what the next step is, but it's also extraordinarily relaxing. It also gives you the ability to choose to observe one set of thoughts over another. And so then you can toggle. If you've maybe been focusing on this sense of hearing, try toggling over to the sense of touch. So again, if I'm doing this in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee, then I might notice my dogs are usually snuggled in with me, so I might notice, how the rise and fall of their breathing feels on my hand when my hand is on their little bellies. I might notice the warmth of the coffee that is in the coffee cup that I'm holding. Maybe the softness of the blankets around me as I'm sitting on the couch. If I have a fire in the fireplace in the winter, I might notice the heat radiating from that. Again, by focusing on one sense at a time, you're giving your brain enough instruction, enough of a task that it won't be thinking about, how many emails you need to return at the next 30 minutes, right? It's going to help you to stay in the present, find a little bit of escape, but it's also going to be training you to choose your thoughts. Even if, at a very basic elementary level, if you're choosing to focus on touch in this moment as opposed to sight or sound, you don't even have to go through all 5. You can just pick a couple. See how that shift in awareness changes when you decide to change. And that, when you start with something easy, like shifting your focus from touch to sound, that's going to start building up that mental capacity to take on, choice over your thoughts in something more difficult. Say if you're practiced in turning your attention from sight to sound or sound to sight, then you will be that much more ready to take on something like choosing your thoughts from something negative to something positive. Okay, so I hope you give this a try. If you're new to meditation, if you're a little bit apprehensive or you feel like it's really difficult to just sit there in silence, this gives your busy brain, your task-focused brain, just a little bit enough of a task that it knows what to do, that it can feel successful, but it's also going to, like I said, relax you, keep you in the moment, calm you down, calm your nervous system down, make you more aware and observant of the world around you, which is only going to help you in your business to be, see the things that are there that are right in front of you that maybe you've been too busy or too distracted or too anxious to even notice. And then finally, it's going to give you that ability to start to choose your thoughts, to choose what it is you focus on and bring your attention to, which that can come in really handy when you're waking up in the middle of the night thinking about all the things on your to-do list. Now, of course, that's, baby steps. Those are more difficult thoughts to turn off often than choosing between your senses. But we've all got to start somewhere, and this is a great place to start. So I invite you to try it out. Let me know in the comments below how it goes for you. And if you're ready for another meditation technique, I would love to invite you to join the 7-Day Mindset Mantra Challenge. It's a challenge that you can start right away. And what it does is it is going to send you, when you sign up for it, and I'll tell you how in a moment, it's going to send you a daily text message every day for 1 week that has a mantra for you to focus on that day, for you to maybe put at the top of your to-do list, to bring it to mind throughout the day. And here's the special part, is these meditation mantras are specifically crafted for the things that we, as overworked, ambitious, driven entrepreneurs, it's what we tend to struggle with the most. So they're specifically crafted for entrepreneurs. You can join that challenge by texting the keyword mindset mantras to 33444. So again, that's mindset mantras, all one word, to the number 33444. From there, you'll need to follow some additional prompts to make sure that your phone is set up to receive those text messages, but all the instructions will be in that text when you text in that keyword. So let me know how that goes for you. Let me know how that impacts not only the quality of your mind, but also the quality of your work. So that's really what we're focusing on. If, for those of us whose whole life seems to be work and ambition, we're harnessing the power of self-care to actually propel us further in our ambitions. There's plenty of research that shows that meditation and other self-care healthy habits leads to more productivity, better outcomes, higher earnings. So of course, ultimately we want to be taking care of ourselves because we honor ourselves as humans. But if we can first get over that incorrect belief and assumption that taking care of our bodies and our minds will detract us from our work, once we start to realize and see how it only enhances our work, then we can move forward with no conflict between the two and really learn to live a balanced, full life.